Major funding for this Read 180 workshop is provided by the National Science Foundation, America's investment in the future.
At Jif Peanut Butter, we know just how choosy you are when it comes to your family, including the shows you value most. Public television encourages kids' curiosity and love of learning, and Jif is proud to support Cyberchase on behalf of all choosy moms and dads.
Intel Corporation is a proud supporter of PBS. The Intel Innovation in Education Initiative provides teachers with the resources to inspire their students and encourage them to unlock their potential.
And by a ready-to-learn television cooperative agreement from the U.S. Department of Education through the Public Broadcasting Service.
And by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. This program was also made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to Workshop 2, Coming to America. The United States is known as a nation of immigrants. Why? Because unless you are a Native American, just about everyone's family has someone who came from somewhere else. Why did they come here? Well, there are many reasons. In this workshop, you'll meet Jair Sainz, a young boy who came to America from Peru, not able to speak a word of English. Find out how he managed to learn the language and fit in as a new kid in America. And 13-year-old Virpal, who came from India to America with her younger sister to be reunited with their mother after being apart for 5 years. The trip alone makes for a great story. And then you'll read about the millions of people who have come to America, why they came, where they came from, and how our country is welcoming them. Our video story will introduce you to the Flores family. You'll see how difficult it can be to come to a new world where they don't speak your language, and everything is new and different. Reading 1, New to the U.S. What if you had to learn a new language? Would you watch TV? Go to the movies in that language?
10 letras y algunos lo tienen muy alto.
Play team sports? When people come to America, the new language is English. A lot of people pick up English by watching TV and listening to popular songs. They might also read comic books and magazines.
Go and introduce yourself to people.
But perhaps best of all, spending time talking with people in the new language. In this profile, you'll meet 13-year-old Jair Sainz, who came from Peru, not knowing a single word of English. How did he manage? Reading 2, My Journey to America. People move to the United States every day. They travel here in many ways. But for most, it starts with getting a document that shows why you are coming here and how long you're allowed to stay. This document is called a visa. When immigrants arrive here, they must also meet with someone from the Immigration and Naturalization Service, the INS. It's their job to make sure people are entering the country legally and have the right visas. The sisters in this personal narrative traveled alone halfway around the globe from India. Then they had to wait on the INS line for hours to get their visas checked. Reading 3, A Nation of Immigrants. People have been coming to America from across the globe for centuries. The biggest wave of immigrants came from Europe. Between 1892 and 1954, more than 12 million men, women, and children took the long voyage across the Atlantic Ocean that brought them to New York. When they entered the harbor and saw the Statue of Liberty, they knew they had made it. Today, the majority of immigrants come from Mexico, Latin America, and the Caribbean. In this social studies text, you'll read about the great waves of immigration that continue to shape America. This is the story of Pedrito Flores. a Mexican boy who came with his family, his parents and his 5 sisters, to the United States. An American dream. This is Pedrito and his grandfather. They live in northern Mexico. For most of Pedrito's life, his grandfather has filled in for his dad, who's away working in the U.S. Pedrito's father used to be a farmer in Mexico, but Mr. Flores had to leave the country to earn a living after a drought, a long time with no rain, dried up the fields he farmed. This is Mr. Flores watching his family on a video. He's had to watch Pedrito and his other children grow up this way because he can only afford to return home twice a year, if he's lucky. He works in a meat factory in Garden City, Kansas, almost 1,200 miles away from the Flores home in Mexico. Mr. Flores is ready to go home again, only this time it's different. He has saved up enough money and gotten permission from the American government to move his family to the U.S. Pedrito, his 5 sisters, and his mom, Ventura. Coming home after 6 months is always a happy occasion. He brings books for his youngest daughter, and this time they'll all go shopping for their move to the U.S. Before leaving Mexico, Pedrito's family must lock up the possessions they are leaving behind. And Pedrito goes to school to say goodbye to his friends and teacher.
Muchas gracias, maestra, porque usted me enseñó a escribir y a saber una letra.
Ay, Pedrito, ya.
Adiós.
Leaving home is both sad and happy. Sad because of all they are leaving behind. Happy because of the exciting future that awaits them in America. A very long bus ride later, the Flores family arrives at their new home in Garden City, Kansas. It's a whole new world. A car, a big house, new furniture, huge supermarkets, and for Pedrito, a new school. His new school is full of other Mexican kids, even one boy from the same part of Mexico.
He's going to be in a Spanish track classroom, and he'll transition into English. By 4th grade, they're truly bilingual speakers.
6 months later, and Pedrito is doing very well in school.
I think he's made a very smooth transition.
Life has changed a lot for Pedrito and his family. Will they be happy here? Time will tell. One thing is certain, the Flores family is in America to stay.